Hello, my friends. Hope everything is well with you. Today, I am going to stop my tour videos, which I was planning on doing a series of them at the very beginning, so you have an idea what kind of plants I have here at home. But I'm going to be doing the Spanish channel and the English channel at the same time. How's that? Well, we're going to be having a voiceover on the English version, and what we're going to be doing today is transplanting some Adeniums Obesums, which are desert roses that I have here that are still, they needed some help. I went to my daughter's houses and they gave me some pots, some cement clay pots, and I believe they're clay or they're cement. I'll let you know a little bit later. And one of them had an adenium, and I said, okay, you know what, give it to me, I'll take care of it, and I'll transplant my other ones also at the same time and just get them nice and pretty and have those flowers come out as soon as possible. And since it is spring, why not, right? Okay, so let's go ahead with the video. Okay, this is the pot that I brought back from my daughter's house. And yes, they are not cement, they are clay. They were bought in Home Depot. They're a little bit costly compared, but I had bought them for the front of the house, and apparently she's not a green thumb. She does not like plants that much. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and take it and take care of it. And yeah, she was happy for that. Okay, this is the adenium that she had in one of them. And of course, look at all these secondary roots that are dried off. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it beautiful. We're gonna put it really nice, and we'll see how that comes along. Okay, this is the type of substrate that I'm gonna be using for the adeniums. This is a succulent and cactus soil. What I did add is some more osmocote, which is the fertilizer, and I also added this humus de lombriz, which is earthworm castings, and this is what I bought at Byron Pike for $8.10. And yeah, I'm going to be adding a little bit more since that will be something that will be needed. They do need a substrate that is airy, that will not get compacted. So yeah, I'm gonna add some of this on, a little bit more. I had already added some, but yeah, this is gonna be what I'm gonna be using to add as an additive for the fertilizer. And here we go. We have the soil all ready, and let's get going. We're gonna start with the first one that my daughter had already given me. And we're going to try to take it out of the pot, check the roots and see how they're doing. And it's pretty easy, being that the substrate is very loose. But I'm just trying to take it out for a moment, make sure that it's loose before I pull it out. Okay, we're gonna check and see how the roots are, being that there are the secondary roots and the primary roots. The primary roots are the thick ones that are on the top, and the secondary are the very thin ones that we see on the bottom. Some of those have already been pulled out, being that it's been so long since it's been repotted. So yeah, see how easy that was to pull out? So now we are going to clean out the roots with some cutters. I need to sterilize it first before I start cutting, to make sure that I'm not going to be transferring any viruses or bacteria to the plant that I'm going to be cutting. So now I'm going to go into cutting. Oh, you can see some flowers there. but I'm going to leave them on. And right now I'm just going to be cutting the very thin secondary roots that are on the top part. There is an indication where the soil started and where I can start just cutting the secondary roots. And just clip it through and take out the root, the pertaining root that it has. Just take that area out. What I do like about these plants is that once it's cleaned out and properly pruned, it looks like legs and feet and arms, and it looks so cute. But yeah, this hasn't been done in a while, so yeah, I'm just taking care of that. I'm going to be leaving the lower ones. I'm just cutting the top ones. I am doing this voice-over in the garden. You could hear the crickets and the coquilles here. So bear with me. Coquilles are very small frogs, and they sometimes when they sing like birds sometimes. Most people confuse them for birds. But yeah, let me get back to the video. So yeah, I'm continuing to cut some secondary roots. I don't want to touch the primary ones. The primary ones are nice and thick and they look very pretty. So I'm just cleaning out the area, making sure that there's nothing there that will take out from the beauty of the primary roots that are going to be on top of the soil. These desert roses are really pretty. They have such a large variety. Here in Puerto Rico, they're very popular. And some just put them in their front yard and let the rain and the sun take care of the rest. And they are really beautiful. You fertilize it. I did add Osmocote fertilizer and the earthworm castings to help out. Here I'm going to be adding this root hormone for everywhere and place it on top of everything that I've cut, that it's an open wound on the plant, just to make sure that it doesn't rot. I am not going to water it for another week. Make sure that it calluses over. So now with my fingertip, you can use a Q-tip if you want, or a cotton tip, and just add it to all the areas that were cut. That will fall off once I water it. But meanwhile, it will dry up that area and callus over a lot faster. You can also use cinnamon if you'd like. Cinnamon is very good for that also. So if you don't have the rooting hormone, you can place cinnamon also. Let me tell you, this day was so hot. It was like one of the first days, and you could tell that spring was there, but it actually felt like summer. It was so hot. I was like, oh, it's too hot for me, but you know. So okay, now I'm just starting to refill up to half of the pot, and then I'm going to place the Adenium, or the desert rose, pretty much on the 3/4 of the pot. 3/4 of the height of the pot, and that will make sure that the primary roots are sticking out on the top. Okay, so you want to centralize it and make sure that all the secondary roots are below the soil line. I'm going to hold up the plant just the perfect height and then refill. I want to make sure that that's the height that I want to plant it. It takes up a lot of soil. Preferably, I would have preferred a pot that was a little bit wider and not as high, but these are fine. These are right, and they promote some nice roots on below. But yeah. Okay, now I'm just continuing to fill in. Or backfill. I could have added some perlite, some extra perlite, which is one way to make it make sure that it's aerated and it drains properly. But being that this was already a soil that was well draining, I didn't think about it at the time. Here I could have put some gravel, or what I'm thinking of doing, I have some very nice shiny rocks that I had bought through Amazon. I'm going to put on top to decorate it, and that will give me an indication of when this was repotted. I'm not using any more gravel like I used to do, which was the fish aquarium gravel. But yeah, it's going to look really nice. So now here I am showing my first one, which came out really pretty, exactly how I wanted it. And I'm just making sure that all the primary roots are on top. Okay, I'm explaining here that I would have liked to add some water, but I am going to hold off for a week, being that the cuts are still pretty new. Once they callus over, then I'll go ahead and water it. But if I would not have cut it, then I would have watered it right then and there. Okay, here's the second one. This one in particular had cut right at that area because it started rotting. And what I did is I cut it and 3 more stems came out. So actually it just multiplied. But yeah, then I just left it like that. This one comes out really pretty flowers, like pink flowers, light pink flowers. So see how easy it was to pull out? I'm serious, it's very, very easy, very light. Okay, so here's the same size pot as previously. I'm going to use the big one for a bigger one, but I'm going to use this one for the same size pot for the second plant. Okay, I'm just letting everybody know in my Spanish speaking channel that I finally opened this channel, which is the Plant Life with Nina. I'm so excited to open this one up. So yeah, practice a little bit of my English. I've been speaking too much Spanish lately. And I invite you also to subscribe and like also. Those will all help me get this channel started. It's been long in the making, believe me. I wanted to open this channel for a long time. I just needed some assistance from my son-in-law that helps me do the outros and the intros and so forth. Okay, I wanted to continue with the tours. I still have several parts of the house and where I have other plants, and I wanted to start that off, but since I had this opportunity to do this repot with you, I said, well, why not? Let me try practicing the voiceovers and see how it works. So I believe my third video for this channel will be a continuation of the tours. I'm going to see if I can get those out for you, so then you have an idea of what plants I have. Like I said, you only saw part of it. And I have one, two, I have 3 more tours to show you. One of the areas that I'm going to be working a lot on, so then I can bring it up to date, is my succulent and cacti garden. I do have several, which I started off with on my Spanish channel, and I realized that Puerto Rico is not really a very hot and dry place for them, but some were growing well, some were not. So I went more into the tropical plants and the aeroids, which is helping me a lot. Okay, let me go back to this video. Okay, so now I am just spreading the root hormone over all the areas that I did cut the secondary roots from. That will help with callus over. Now I'm just backfilling the pots and measuring how that's going to. It still needs a little higher, a little bit more soil. And yes, I have been known to be very messy with soil. That's just part of the deal. I guess that comes along with repotting. I do make such messes with soil. It's not even funny. But this time I was standing, so it wasn't all over me. Okay, I gotta be very careful. I was wearing these wristbands because I need to protect them. I'm having difficulty with carrying heavy things and so forth. I'm under treatment, but it's good to be careful and keep it safe. Also, I was just sanitizing the scissors again, and here, this is the third one. This is a very high plant, but it's not as full. So I am hoping that once it gets repotted, it will get fuller, it will look nicer. I could cut it right there, but I didn't want to. Because once you plant it, after a cut, it doesn't, the base, the primary roots do not get nice and fat like I like them. They'll just grow kind of stringy, kind of, the same size as the original one. And I don't like that. So I'd rather either have it from seed or just buy it. Just buy it. It's already planted for you and it's got a nice primary roots. Okay, so here I got to be very careful, and it should come out pretty easily. I did notice that they did have a lot of roots on this one. I'm not sure why, but it was the tallest one, so yeah, I guess it's fine. And then with a chopstick, it doesn't hurt the roots as much. Just taking off all the old soil. Right there I'm showing a little gravel that I previously had added, and that shows me how long it has been since I have repotted this plant. Like I say, I can tell just by the gravel how long it's been. So that gives me an indication, because I have so many plants that I have to keep track. So just by the toppings, I know how long it's been. So this one's been out for at least maybe 4 years since I haven't repotted. Okay, now I'm just preparing the pot with the soil. In this case, I was using Miracle-Gro succulent and cacti soil. And then I added the earthworm castings and the osmocote fertilizer, slow release. And like I said, perlite would have been nice, but I forgot about it. And one thing that I do use a lot for my repots is Mycorrhizae, the great white, and I totally forgot. So hopefully it'll grow fine with the fertilizers that I have in there. So here I'm explaining that this plant in particular grew lopsided. The sun was just shining on one side of this plant, and the top branches were just really bent over. So I am centralizing the base, making sure that the base is centralized, and then go ahead and the branches will go towards the light. Here I'm showing the final revelation of how they came out. I did put those rocks, the shiny rocks that I ordered through Amazon, and you see the flowers there. I would have liked not to do the transplant when it was flowering, but I needed to get it set preferably before summer. Summer is usually when they really flower a lot because of the hot weather. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, thumbs up, subscribe. It is a new channel and I would really appreciate it. So yeah, I hope you like the transfers, how they were before and after, and how they improved and how they can improve even better now that they have proper soil and everything else. So I'm super glad that happened, and I wish you the best. From Puerto Rico, I'm sending you the blessings, which is customary here in Puerto Rico, for you, your family, your pets, and your plants. So have a good day and see you until the next video. Bye.